Chapter 8 is especially comforting because it answers one of the humanity's oldest questions. What truly matters at the end of life? But if we look deeper, Krishna isn't only talking about the final moment before death. He is talking about the direction in which we live every single day. Chapter 8, Akshara Brahma Yoga, the yoga of the imperishable reality. The battlefield remains unchanged. The armies still stand waiting. But Arjuna's questions have changed. He is no longer asking about fear, no longer asking about action. Now his curiosity reaches even deeper. Arjuna turns toward Krishna. His voice is calm, respectful. He asks, Krishna, what is Brahman? What is the self? What is karma? What happens at the end of life? And how can a person remember you at that final moment? These are not questions about war anymore. They are questions about existence itself. Krishna smiles. Patiently, he begins answering each one. He explains that beyond everything we see, beyond bodies that age, beyond thoughts that come and go, beyond changing emotions, there is something eternal, something that never perishes, the imperishable reality. Bodies change, seasons change, relationships change, even civilizations rise and fall. But beneath every change, there is an unchanging presence. Krishna then shares one of the most famous teachings of the Gita. He says, whatever person remembers at the final moment of life, that is the state toward which they move. At first, Arjuna wonders if Krishna is speaking only about death, but Krishna is pointing towards something much deeper. The final thought of life is not created in a single moment. It is shaped by a lifetime of attention. Imagine a musician. They don't become skilled on the day of the concert. They become skilled through thousands of quiet days of practice. The same is true of the mind. The thoughts we return to every day slowly shape who we become. Krishna says, if you wish to remember me at the final moment, remember me throughout your life. Not with fear, not with pressure, but with love, with steadiness. Then Krishna reassures Arjuna. He doesn't ask him to abandon the battlefield. He says, remember me and perform your duty. This is beautiful. Krishna doesn't separate spirituality from daily life. He unites them. Fight the battle. Do your work. Care for your family. Fulfill your responsibilities and let your heart remain connected to the divine. Then Krishna describes the nature of time. Even the longest lived worlds have beginnings and endings. Everything born eventually changes. Everything created eventually dissolves. But the one who realizes the eternal reality goes beyond this endless cycle. The teaching is not meant to frighten Arjuna. It is meant to free him. Why cling so tightly to what is temporary when your true nature is eternal? As the chapter draws to a close, Krishna speaks about two paths. One leads toward deeper awareness, the other toward continued cycles of attachment and return. But Krishna does not overwhelm Arjuna with complicated philosophy. Instead, he gently reminds him, live with awareness, remember what is eternal, let your daily life reflect the direction in which your heart wishes to go. The battlefield still waits, nothing outside has changed, yet something within Arjuna has become quieter. He is beginning to understand that life is not measured only by victories and defeats. It is measured by what the heart learns to hold on to. Chapter 8. What you consistently hold in your heart slowly becomes your life. One thing I particularly loved about Chapter 8 is that many people read it as being only about the moment of death. But if you read it gently, Krishna is really teaching Arjuna about the power of daily remembrance. Every day your mind is becoming familiar with something. Fear, hope, comparison, gratitude, love, peace. Whatever you repeatedly return to begins to shape your inner world. And perhaps that is why Chapter 8 feels so practical. It quietly asks us, if your thoughts are building your inner life every day, what are you choosing to remember?